All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate it for clicking on the video today. Today, we got a little yap session for you guys, but I want to talk about Season 1 because Season 1 has been built up to be the largest seasonal update, largest Season 1 since, you know, the inception of doing these seasonal updates, this live service model like Fortnite. And yeah, like I said, Treyarch has promised that this is going to be the largest Season 1 in Call of Duty history. And obviously, we won't get the full Season 1 until Season 1 Reloaded, which is sometime, I believe, before January. It might be like the first few days of January or something like that, which I believe we get some more more maps. I believe Meltdown is coming, some more weapons, some more game modes, and some miscellaneous stuff like that. But so far, I think Season 1 has delivered. The Maddox is really good. The CoD is really good. I'm using that weapon in the gameplay today on Standoff. I think Utopia, Fate, the face-off 2v2 map is pretty good. Obviously, we know Standoff doesn't play exactly like it used to. I would say out of the OG Black Ops 2 maps that we have in the game so far, being Hijacked, Raid, and Express, I think Standoff plays the least like it used to back in BO2. And if you remember, the last time Standoff was in Modern COD was in Cold War back in 2020, and I think it played a little different than BO2, even in Cold War as well. I think it plays very similar to Cold War, and just like, I don't know if it's the scale of the map. The movement in Cold War was still a little slower than BO7, but I don't know, it's just something about the map. I still genuinely enjoy the map because I think it has a great layout, but in terms of like how it's gonna play in like public matches and competitive this year, I doubt they're going to add it into the rotation. I think it played okay in Cold War just because it was a little slower pace as far as like competitive 4v4, but yeah, I don't know. I got on a little tangent there with Standoff, but I think the weapons, the weekly challenges, the new camos that they added, the maps, all of that is really good. And I've only really touched the Season 1 content for multiplayer. I haven't really, you know, messed with any of the new Zombies map. I haven't really jumped into Haven's Hollow on Warzone yet, but people seem to be liking the seasonal update. But I just don't know how much more that they can give us in terms of what we haven't already seen. It's just, you're gonna have to put out a lot of weapons, a lot of maps. You're gonna have to keep up to date with all the updates and, you know, address skill based. And these seasonal updates, to be honest, are getting a little mundane. It just feels like Call of Duty has to go away from this seasonal update thing. And, you know, we've talked about it so many years, dating all the way back to MW2 2022, when it was rumored to be a 2-year life cycle. And whatever happened, X, Y, and Z happened, January comes around, and bam, it's not going to be a 2-year life cycle. So that was like our first glimpse into Call of Duty finally, like, maybe having a title that goes 2 years, and then maybe eventually the next one's 3, and then 5, and then 7, and then we get to a point to where it's just a Call of Duty game, and you just update it constantly. Maybe you remaster the old games like we talked about in yesterday's video. Warzone is a completely separate title. And I don't know. I mean, for now, I think Season 1 is okay. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see what comes in Season 2, 3, 4. Because I think the later seasons, when we get to like 3 to 5, are really going to define this game. Because if you think about it, Modern Warfare 3 had incredible post-launch content. Now I'm talking about the modern Warfare 3, the MW3 2023, because we have to specify now, unfortunately. But that game killed it in terms of post-launch content. So if BO7 can improve every season and, you know, maybe ramp up their post-launch content, I think we're going to be looking at a very solid game at the end of the year. I still think objectively this is the best multiplayer we've seen in the modern era since MW19, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I'm going to let the rest of the gameplay play out. We go on a nice little streak in this gameplay. A few people leave and we get some rejoins throughout, but nonetheless, it's a pretty solid gameplay. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
UAV above. Hostile UAV established above.
UAV commencing surveillance overflight. Counter UAV MTL 50% expended. UAV MTL 50%.
Scout pulse standing by.
Enemy UAV detected.
Bingo fuel. Counter UAV on TV. UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.
Samuel's bringing dog online.
CUAV in the turn.
Launch Stewart on my mark. Give me eyes in the sky.
UAV above. Sensors are capture your objective. This is image. MTO halfway.
Get serious, Black Ops. MTC is scraping bottom.
UAV fuel check 50%. MTC is dry. Image exiting the AO. Mission timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
Everything. The Guild's gonna pay for their fuck up.
That's how we dismantle the Guild. One piece at a time.